Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited today because I'm going to be showing you guys 5 meal ideas that you guys can make for dinner. These are all really super easy and a lot of them are made in my crock pot. You can also do these meals on the stove top if you want to. So the very first one we're making is my version of how I like to do my spaghetti. I have done some of these recipes on my channel a long time ago, but I have changed up a few things, so that's why I wanted to do an updated version of the spaghetti and include that in this video along with my chili that I'm going to be showing you guys. But this is all the stuff that you're going to need to make the spaghetti, and I've been buying the off-brand sauce and been saving a lot of money, and I think it tastes just as good as the expensive sauce. You're going to need a pot of water to boil the spaghetti and then a pan to cook your meat. So I'm just using 80-20, but you can use whatever kind of meat you want. You can even use chicken if you don't want to use hamburger. Like, you can switch this up, make this meal however you want it to fit your liking. But the first thing I'm going to do is dice an onion. I always include onions in like all of my meals because I think the onion gives a really good flavor to them. And I also really love to add a green pepper, but I did not have any to use when I was making these dishes, and I also wanted to add one for my chili that I'm going to show you guys, but I did not have one. But if I had a green pepper, I would add that too because it gives it a really good flavor as well. So I'm just going to be dicing up my onion first thing after I got the beef going in the skillet, and then I'm going to add my onion with the beef just to kind of let it cook down and get all those flavors combined really good. I just feel like if you add the onion with the meat and cook it, it just seems to really give a lot of flavor. Don't really know if it matters or not since I'm actually, well, with this recipe I'm not putting it in the crock pot. So with the crock pot I don't really know if it matters how you do it, but I still like to cook the onion with the meat, and then I like to go ahead and season the meat with all the spices that I'm going to be using today. So yeah, if you guys want me to put the, I don't really measure this out. I just kind of go and just like, you guys can just kind of do however you want to do it. I just kind of sprinkle the stuff on and kind of go with it. I don't think you can use too much, honestly. I love using spices because I think it gives your meals a really good boost of flavor. And yeah, so I'm going to cook the noodles down until they're done, and then we're also having some peas and carrots on the side as our vegetable, and I also like to smash these up and sneak them into Cole's dish. So this is one good way to get a vegetable in your toddler if they are a picky eater like my toddler is and will not touch vegetables. This is one way to get their vegetables in, is to mash up the vegetable and sneak it inside of the pasta, and Cole didn't even know it was there, so that was a win-win for mom. So I'm going to be draining the pasta now, and then I'm just going to add it back to the pot. I'm doing a one pot spaghetti dish, but you guys can do it however you like to have it. If you like to have your sauce on the side, however you want to. And then I'm going to be making some garlic Texas toast for our side with our spaghetti. You could also do a salad, or and like I said, we're doing peas and carrots for our vegetable today, so which I am technically the only one eating the peas and carrots other than Cole because he's getting them snuck in. But normally I'm the only one that will eat vegetables. So I'm going to, maybe I need to mix the vegetables into my husband's dish. What do you guys think? I think I need to do that. So I'm going to pour the sauce back into the pan, and we're going to be adding a little bit of brown sugar, not a lot. I just like it because I feel like it sweetens up the sauce. A trick for you guys is to put a little bit of water in your sauce jar after you empty it and shake it up really good to get all the excess sauce that's hard to get to come out, and voila. That's really simple and a really good little trick that I figured out how to do. And then you can add your 1/4 cup of brown sugar, which is what I'm going to be doing. So it's not a whole lot of sugar, just enough to sweeten it a little bit. We like ours sweet, but if you don't want to add sugar, you don't have to add the sugar. Like I said, it's up to whatever you like for your spaghetti. But yeah, if you guys try any of my recipes, be sure to leave me a comment down below, and I hope you guys like this video, and be sure to let me know if you guys want to see more what's for dinners, and I can definitely do more. I haven't done anything like this in a really long time, so I hope that you guys enjoy this little change up style of video. So I'm also going to be adding just a little bit of butter to my peas and carrots, and then I'm going to get on dicing those, smashing them up really fine. You could also use a food processor. I don't currently have one, so that's why I'm using this little meat masher to mash up the vegetables, and then I'm going to mix them in with Cole's spaghetti. And Cole did not even know those veggies were there, and he tore it up because this is one of Cole's favorite dishes, is spaghetti or any kind of pasta Cole loves. So there you have it. There's our spaghetti with the Texas toast, and I think I forgot to add the vegetables on I think this was my husband's plate. So anyways, moving on. So this night we were making chili. Chili is one of my favorite comfort foods for like the winter time. It is probably my favorite thing to have. So this is all the ingredients that you will need if you guys want to try out my chili recipe. I have changed it up since I've made chili on my channel a long time ago, but if you guys want to go back and watch my older video, you can. Not a whole lot has changed, but a little bit has changed. I use one of these chili packets, which I used to never use, but I use it now just for like a little bit of added flavor, I feel like, and we really like it. So I'm gonna dice up my onion, of course, and if I had pepper, I would do that. Oh, and I also forgot, whenever I was showing you guys what you will need to make the chili, you're also going to need a can of diced tomatoes. I forgot to get them out, and I realized about 2 hours into cooking the chili that I forgot to add the diced tomatoes. So I did get them added in later on, but I just forgot to add those. But if you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to add them. And I normally don't add corn to my chili, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit, so I went ahead and added some corn in, and I thought it turned out really good.
That's all right.
So once again, I'm going to be taking my spices and just going nuts all over the meat. I don't measure this, I just sprinkle a good amount of spice onto the meat, and then I will add my onion in, and I think that's it, and salt and pepper too. I normally salt and pepper everything as well, so if I don't show that in the video, that's another step that I normally do.
Oh, that's all right.
And then I'm just going to add in like 2 little small teaspoons of garlic in with that, and then I'm going to stir this all together and get it cooked down really good. And the smell of my house when I am making chili smells incredible. So I don't know if that's just my house, or you guys will have to let me know. Does your house smell really good? I just love the way that chili smells in general. So then I'm going to spray down the liner, add in everything that needs to go inside of the crock pot. And I like to cook my chili for about 6 to 8 hours. I mean, the longer, I feel like the better, because all the flavors really come together and cook really well, and I just think it tastes good the longer you cook it. So that's just what I like to do, but you can cook it less, and you can also do this on the stove top if you don't want to use a crock pot as well, and I think that it would probably turn out just as good, because I think I've done that in the past before, and the chili always turns out really good. There you have it. We like to top our chili with shredded cheese, and sometimes I'll do some sour cream, and you can add really whatever you want. I like to have peanut butter toast on the side, so you guys have to let me know what you like to eat with your chili. So for this night, we are making a crock pot mac and cheese. This is actually the recipe that I made at Cole's second birthday party, and everybody loved it, so I thought I would share it with you guys. But you're gonna need some cheddar cheese, you're gonna need some cooking spray to spray the crock pot, you're gonna need some melt and dip cheese, and you're only going to need 1/4 of that, and you're going to need some classic elbow macaroni, some evaporated milk, and then you're going to need 1/4 cup of butter. And I really like the Land O'Lakes because they're like measured out perfectly. And then you're going to need 2.5 cups of regular 2%.
Well, that is just me.
So I'm just spraying the crock pot as usual. I like to do that first unless I have the liners, but I don't have any liners right now, so I'm just gotta clean the crock pot the old-fashioned way. So I am pouring in my 2.5 cups of milk, and if you guys want this recipe to be a little bit creamier, you can add 2 cans of the evaporated milk. I personally like the way it comes out with just 1 can, but you guys can experiment and do what you want. So, and then I'm just adding in the butter. And then in with the macaroni, I'm just gonna get, basically this is like literally a dump and go meal. I mean, all my crock pot meals pretty much are, but I mean, you just dump everything in and walk away. That's what I love about the crock pot. I will do some more Instant Pot recipes because I know that a lot of you guys wanted to see some more of those, and I kind of want to experiment some more because I've only used my Instant Pot like a few times. So I am dicing up 1/4 of the melt and dip cheese. And then I'm gonna use this is a huge bag of shredded cheese, by the way, and you can use fresh cheese, like fresh grated cheese if you want. It'd probably even taste better, but I am using all of this bag except for like a little bit at the end. I will show you guys. You can use all of it if you want, but this was honestly a lot of cheese, so I just used all of it except for like a very little bit of the bag, and I'll show you guys. So just like, I left that much in the bag. And I think that this turns out so good, and it's really thick though, and kind of like a crumbly type mac and cheese, but it is so good, especially on the first day that you make it. I think it's the best. And you can store it for leftovers. We had it a second day. I think after a while though, it just kind of gets really kind of too thick after you store it in the fridge for a while, but I do think it's really delicious on the first day. Everybody really loved this dish, and I love this mac and cheese. It's super simple, you don't need a lot, and it's yummy. And then on the side of the mac and cheese, we're just having some chicken tenders in the air fryer with some mixed veggies on the side, and then I made some honey butter crescent rolls, which are really good. And I like to eat my chicken with Sweet Baby Ray's hickory and brown sugar barbecue sauce. I love this barbecue sauce. It's like my favorite. So on to the next night, we're going to be doing a chicken Alfredo. I might have showed this on my channel before, I'm not really sure, but it's super easy to do. You're just going to need some Alfredo sauce, some chicken breast, and then you're going to need some fettuccine noodles. I don't always use fettuccine. I like to use penne pasta, if I'm being honest, because I can cut it a lot easier for Cole, and I think Cole likes the penne pasta better. So you're just going to need some spices to go with it. My usual onion powder, garlic powder, some paprika if you want, and then some minced garlic, a little bit of butter, and an onion. So I got my water boiling and my pasta in. I'm going to be adding in my onion with my melted butter. And I'm also going to be adding some salt and pepper as well. I added in my garlic, and then I'm just going to kind of stir that around for a little bit and get it cooked down, and then I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken with all my little seasonings here, and I'm going to go ahead and dump that into the skillet and cook it down. So for the vegetables, I wanted broccoli, but I did not have some, so I went ahead and went with this stir-fry veggie mix for the side for a vegetable, and I thought it went good together. And then I'm also going to be doing some Texas toast on the side again, and yeah, this is just like a one-pot meal pretty much. Super easy and quick. It does not take long to make this at all. And my whole family loves this recipe, so you guys will have to let me know if you try any of my recipes, which I think I done said that, but be sure to let me know if you do try any out and if you like them or not. So there you have the chicken Alfredo with the veggies and the toast on the side. So this last and final meal that I'm going to show you guys is so easy, but I did forget to include one thing, and that is a small can of Hunt sauce that you will need, just a small can. But this is all that you need to make this with, and you also need some ground beef, but this is the spices that you're going to be using. This is a really simple, super easy recipe to make, like a taco chili soup is what I call it, but this is really good. I've made this on the stovetop several times, and I really like it on the stovetop. I cook it for about 40 minutes, and I think it turns out perfect. So I just wanted to do it in the crock pot this time, and it did turn out really good, but I forgot the Hunt sauce, so I kind of thought it was missing something. But it still turned out really good. So, and it's super simple, like if you're in a pinch and you just want a couple ingredients, you don't really have to buy a lot, so it's super inexpensive is another thing that's good about it. So I'm just going to dump everything into the crock pot this time. I'm not really worried about seasoning the meat on this one. I just went ahead and tried something a little different and started putting all my seasonings into the crock pot. Like I said, I don't think it really matters how you do that, but I went ahead and just started dumping everything in there, and then I'm going to cook the meat down last and then add that in. Serve our taco type soup with the Fritos chips is what it says on the recipe to actually serve with this. So I'll crumble them up and put it inside of the soup. And I also like to do a lot of shredded cheese, some sour cream, and then I like to do a little bit of taco mild sauce drizzled over the top. Oh my god, you guys, this is so good and so easy to do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it cooking motivational and gave you some dinner ideas to have, and let me know if you try the recipes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.